We're just going to start chopping again after making one move. So let's look at the 5-minute time frame. We do have this 5-minute busy below. We do have a 5-minute busy down here. So let's see if we're going to trade back into that 5-minute busy. We just started silver bullet hour. This is my second favorite hour of the day, usually to trade. We'll see if we're going to have good price action or not. Like I said earlier, guys, this 1 hour busy here, I've been wanting to see us bounce off of this 1 hour busy and continue up to buy side. And we haven't really seen too much of a reaction, excuse me, of a reaction until the end of the hour here. So we finally did see us kind of start pumping. Good displacement of our previous highs on the 15-minute, good bounce of a 15-minute busy here. But we have some order blocks we're going to have to fight through there on the 15, on the 5-minute. A lot of levels we're going to have to fight through, but we can kind of start looking at the 1 minute, and this is what I'd like to see. We do have a little bit of a bullish breaker here. What I'd like to see is, I kind of talked about it earlier, build some bearish structure here, start forming some bearish fair value gaps, tap into the 5-minute busy down here, and then maybe see a continuation of longs, but we can tell if we look up top, ES is still completely below VWAP. Just completely below VWAP, and we do have a little bit of SMT here. NQ sweeping this high, ES failing to sweep the high, so even with this pump, I still would not be surprised if we just got more chop for the rest of the day after seeing a pump like this. Just because that's how our day has been the whole day since market open. It's just been slow, choppy, rangy price action, just slowly making its way down. But just looking at all this stuff, this isn't price action that I really want to trade here. This is still low probability unless you got a really good entry in the shorts somewhere up top. Maybe there's been a few short entry opportunities throughout this move down. But again, this is just not price action I was looking to trade. So I will be looking now to see if our price action gets better here. If we're going to see us tap into this 5-minute busy below. If we're going to start to see something good, right? Something good. So I will start looking for that, but I'd like to see us build out some better bearish structure right now, like I talked about. Start to create some more fair value gaps, bearish fair value gaps, run through those, and then see if we're still going to have a good target for the longs, or if we're going to end up ranging right back down to sell side. So now we have this 1 minute range here, dealing range. We got this sell side low down here. Right there, we got that sell side low, and then we just formed a swing high, so we have this buy side high up here. This buy side liquidity up top. So let's see if we're going to come back down into this range. Maybe we go back to the EQ, equilibrium here, get consequent encroachment. Right, that would be a good level for us to trade down to and bounce off of. If we come down to a discount here, tap off the equilibrium, and then see a continuation up to buy side. That's what I would like to see here. But you guys can tell right now, like even after seeing that strong pump, we're just kind of moving slower again at this pullback with not too many full-bodied candles right here. So still going to have to stay patient. You guys know I like silver bullet hour. I like to target these 1 minute fair value gaps during silver bullet hour. So that's what I'm going to be looking to target. And if the opportunity is there, I will look to jump on the opportunity. If it's not, I'll stay out of the market. All right, so that's what I got for you right now. And we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Look like these longs do want to continue here. Yes, sir. I am looking for longs right now. I'm looking for longs. I'm just waiting for some better structures to start forming. We finally got that pump. Now let's see if we start to form some more fair value gaps here. Let's see what's going to happen. Because, again, I'm still not really convinced that this is good price action. I know it's starting to look better. I know we have a bullish breaker here, bullish unicorn on the 2 minute. We got displacement of our previous highs on the 5 minute. But just basing everything off of what we've seen today, we have not seen any kind of follow through on our trades. Or not our trades, but in the market, right? It's just been too choppy. So that's kind of the mindset I'm coming into the session with. Just very conservative, not really looking to be aggressive for a trade, but still looking to see if we're going to have some kind of trade setup here. So let's see what we get, guys. Let's see what we get. Not create any more busies here on the 1 minute. And if this does end up being like, one of those sessions where it's just very choppy again, very slow, we can just talk education and then we can move on with our days and not even really waste our time with bad price action. That's the way I look at it. There's going to be those times if you see bad price action throughout the day, you just walk away. Just walk away and move on with your day and wait for the next. Yeah, Fabian. Or Fabian, with the difference between these sessions is typically during prop firm session we focus on trading like prop firm accounts and we focus on trading micros, keeping it small. That's why I run 2 separate sessions. Plus, there are some people that aren't able to, make it to market open, maybe because of work or different time zones. So this is the session we like to focus on keeping it small. But if I didn't take a trade in, the AM session, or I still want to trade my main account during this session, I will. It just depends on what we're seeing. So I'm still looking at possibly taking a trade on my main account today, but I just don't know if I will, just by seeing what's been going on so far here. So strong pullback. Okay, we made it to the EQ. So this is now where I would want to see the long step in, right? We trade down to a discount of this range. We trade into a 5-minute busy. So now we want to start seeing a strong bounce. Maybe we create a bearish 1-minute fair value gap here, right? If we run through and inverse that, that's when I would look to target a long position, right? I'm not ready to target a long yet because we haven't seen enough confirmation yet. But if we run through a 1-minute SIBI, that's the confirmation I need to then jump into a long position. Because that's then showing that we got a bounce from a few good levels. Bullish order flow is taking control. We trade down into the discount of this range. So we would be getting a lot of confirmation in these longs if we see that happen. All right, let's say this ends up being our SIBI here. Looks like it's going to be. Right, so if we run through this level, I would now look to target longs if we can trade through and trade above VWAP here. But so far today, every time the longs look like they're about to take over again, the shorts end up just coming right back. So that's kind of been the theme today since market open, after that market open pump. It's like tempting to look for a long position. Like even when I was on my charts, I was like, okay, some of these longs might look good. And I was like thinking about, starting to talk about it with you guys. And then every time I even thought about it, price just ended up dropping again, right? Didn't respect any of our bullish levels. And I didn't even like taking a short position at those levels either. So that's kind of been what's been happening today. So now we wait. Now we stay patient. Let's just wait for our setups. That's what we got to do here. That's what we got to do. Yeah, that's kind of how it's been, right? Even if the long looks so good, it looks like we're finally going to start pushing. Except for this one. This one's kind of the only one that's really pushed. Ends up coming right back down to where it started and then falls a little bit lower, right? Takes out the lows and then ends up pumping right back again and then falls back again, right? So but it's not even a good range in my opinion, right? Even all of this, it's not really a good range. So it's just one of those days where I am more likely to stay out of the market than take a trade. That's how Monday was. Didn't take any trades Monday. Tuesday, we took 2 trades, ended up very far in the green. Today, haven't taken a trade yet. I'd rather preserve my capital. John was talking about this in his risk management class, and I completely agree. I'd rather preserve my capital during bad market conditions for the next day. Every single day, I'd rather do that. That's what we did on Monday. We preserved our capital. We came back on Tuesday, and we were able to catch an amazing trade. Today, if we don't see the trade, we might have to preserve our capital and come back tomorrow and see if we're going to have another good trade setup. So that's what I'm thinking right now. For those of you that have been trading today, how has it been working out for you? Have you been taking good trades? Have you been getting stopped out? What's been going on with you guys? How are we feeling today? How's our mental capital, especially? I know that when I used to try and trade this chop, my mental capital would kind of disappear quickly. That's good, Javier. That's good, man. Good thing to work on. Didn't trade the XFAs, losses on the combines. Yeah, I mean, that's not the end of the world. There you go. See, that's super important, AZ Sunshine. That I like that you said that. Didn't even look at the charts except for morning sesh. Like, guys, that's how I am. Once you get to that point, I will hop on for pre-market analysis. I'll do my charting. I'll either take trades or don't, and then I will not look at the market after that because I don't really care unless I'm looking to take another trade. I don't have a care in the world about what the market's doing while I'm not actively looking to take a trade. Now, if you're someone that's still trying to learn and really get into this, that's different. I do recommend to, look at your charts like a lot and be constantly studying. But once you're at the point where you know how the charts move, you know what you're looking for every single day, for me, it's much more beneficial to just take my eyes off the charts after I'm done with my session, or if I'm not looking for another trade, than to stare at my charts for the next 3 hours for no reason. Right? That's how I feel about it. But when I was first starting to trade, I did that, and I think it was important to keep an eye on the charts a lot. Continue to do my back testing, continue to do my tape reading. It definitely helped me. Let's see what else you guys have been saying. Howdy, Bubs. Howdy. Crix is 6 for 6. Nice, man. A bunch of scalps. I love it. Looks like D shot this. You are in the longs right now. Okay, got you. Yeah, I mean, if you get stopped out a few times, it's kind of probably important to just kind of walk away. Just walk away with this kind of price action. Look what's happening right now, right? Strong manipulation back down. Like I said, ranging back. That's why we wait to see what kind of reactions we get, because we almost just completely inverse that 5 minute there. Hey, thanks, Bubs. Thanks, man. It's good to see you. Glad to see you here. Glad to see you here, man. All right, so we're way below the equilibrium there. Came to the bottom of that range. And this is what happens. Like, even if you tried to go short and you just tried to chase those shorts right there, price just would have came right back up, maybe to your break even, or maybe even to your stop loss, right? This is why this is not the kind of day to be taking these trades. And even there's never a day you should be chasing price, but this is just an example of what happens, especially on a day like today, if you chase price. Imagine all the people that just chased that short, price came right back on them and either stopped them at a break even or stopped them out for a loss. Right? Because if you're looking to target liquidity, we didn't even get to that liquidity, so you might not have even taken a TP, and price just comes right back. So this is why I'm kind of just staying out of this market right now. Yeah, I still talk to Danny. Yeah, man. Danny's the homie. We just decided to it was my time to move on and start my own community. So, but no, we're still cool. You guys stopped out twice, even though I was on the right side of the trade. Yeah, that's how today is, Frankie. That's really just the theme of today. The theme of today. Trust me, I have had my fair share of times where I chased price, and I thought that was my strategy. I thought that chasing the breakout was going to be the perfect strategy for me. And like maybe I would pass an eval account or something because I chased it and I got lucky. And then once I got to the PA, I would realize this is not going to work. I would try to continue to do that and I would get stopped out so much. It is not a strategy that works. There's plenty of strategies that can work, but chasing, I don't think that is a strategy that will ever work in the long term. I do think you might get lucky sometimes. You might get lucky here and there like I did, but then once I got to the real deal, ended up seeing that chasing was not the way to go. Hey, what's up, Fabio? Is that a new profile pic? Is that your pup? Let me see. Hey, Dalmatian. No trades taken yet today, Fabio. No trades taken yet. Do you have any update on that payout yet? No, yeah, Frankie, that's just today's price action for sure. Even if you weren't chasing, like You know, even if you stuck to your plan completely, you had a good setup. Today's price action is just not really rewarding, you know, setups today. It's not rewarding anybody unless you're like Crixus maybe and you're able to get some scalps in there. Scalping's kind of the only way to go today. Feeling like you want to trade today, but not finding a good setup. Emotions try to control me, but yeah, that's what it's all about, man. Control those emotions. What tool do I use to draw those short horizontal line levels? Yeah, so right here, it's this tool right here. It's the trendline tool, trendline. And what you have to do is when you do grab that tool and you put it onto a level, it's not going to be even sometimes. So what you have to do is when you grab it, you just click on shift and then it straightens it out for you. But I like to use these ones more instead of the big lines that cover the whole screen, just because it's clear, it's easy to see, doesn't cover the whole screen. But yeah, it's that trend line right down here. I think it's on the second row down. Yeah, trend line right there. Yep, this truly is ping pong price action. Okay, so you're still waiting on that payout. Well, I'm still hoping you get it, man. I'm still hoping you get it. Be pretty awesome. So again, guys, just staying patient right now. No trades for me yet. The whole day. You can just see this price action right now is still really bad. It's no bueno. No, Gabe, no trades. No, only trade live for free all day on Wednesdays, and then on Mondays every once in a while I trade on FFN's Discord for free. But the rest of the days are for VIP. But I still every once in a while will call some trade out, some trade call outs to the free chat room as well, like during Asia session during the afternoon. So one reason why price action might be like this today is because we have Jerome Papa Powell speaking tomorrow, and we have a news heavy day tomorrow, like very heavy day of news. So typically before that, we do see some pretty bad price action like the day before. And we had a great pump at market open. I really wanted to take those longs. And you guys know I just didn't see my entry level, so I never got my entry. But besides that, there's just not been good price action. So yeah, and we can just talk about tomorrow. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 data releases at 8:30 a.m. And then at 9:10 we have 1, 2 data releases or a FOMC member speaking. 9:15 we have an FOMC member speaking. 9:20 we have Powell speaking. 9:25 another FOMC member. And then at 10 a.m. we have even more news, and at 10:30 we have like another 5 data releases, and then at 1 we have more FOMC members speaking. So all day tomorrow is going to be filled with either FOMC members speaking or with data releases. Yeah, Powell speaks before market open, so it's 9:10 a.m. Eastern, which is unusual. I don't recall him doing that too often. But yeah, so he's talking pre-market at 9:20. So market open's going to be wild tomorrow, guys. So you'll probably see me sitting on the sideline of market open tomorrow as well. It's going to be insane. Tomorrow's going to be a tough, tough day, in my opinion. I would say it's probably best to sit on the sideline for the whole day tomorrow. But again, I'm still going to be on there looking to see if we have decent price action. But I would definitely recommend if you, I would recommend probably staying away from it. And you might see me not take any trades tomorrow as well. That just might have to be the reality. Hopefully there's going to be some good setups, but that might be the reality of tomorrow. We might just see some terrible, terrible price action. Let's see, prop firm payout analytics. Okay, that's good. Oh, they already have 1,100 payouts. 6 mil in payouts. That's pretty solid. For FFN exhibition and funded traders, please do not take trades or even put limit orders during the Palace speech 1 minute before he starts until 1 minute after he finishes. Yeah, just remember that, guys. Don't be taking trades during the news there. They've only been open for 30 days, and they've already paid out 6 mil. Okay, I was going to say, that'd be insane if that's the case. I was like, what? Oh, okay, so that's just what they've paid in the last 30 days. I see. Oh, I see it right there, last 30 days. Dang, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's pretty solid. And you're one of those. So you got paid somewhat from them, right? You got paid a little bit from them? Okay, you haven't yet. I see. All right, so it seems like they're taking some time with the bigger payouts. Yeah, I like to just keep updated, stay updated with these different prop firms because it's good for all of us to be aware of them, right? If you're trading prop firms, you guys know I give you all the details about FFN, about Apex, right? But if there's other prop firms that you also want to use, I understand, and we want to stay up to date with why you should be using that prop firm and why you like it, or why you shouldn't be using that prop firm. That's actually crazy. First payout request from a prop firm being 60K from that prop firm, I should say. Guys, I think I'm getting a little bit sick. Either I'm getting sick or I'm talking too much. Did you guys hear all my voice cracks this morning? Once 90% comes back, I'm loading the boat. Loading the boat with Apex accounts. That prop firm is Fast Track Trading, I believe, right? Yeah, Fast Track Trading is that prop firm, Ryan. Yeah, guys. So again, we're just starting to chop around, kind of like we predicted. We're not seeing any kind of follow through. We do have this 5-minute Sibby right here. Let's see if we're gonna end up running through that level. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's typical because I'm just constantly going through puberty, I guess. So my voice, or it's probably because I talk for like 8 hours a day. Yeah, it's a good question, Mike. I'm not too sure. Dude, I sing everywhere. I sing everywhere. In the shower, in my room, during our trading sessions, in the street, in the gym. You name it, I'm singing. In the rain, obviously. Come on now. Yep, same thing with my girlfriend. I'll sing until she tells me to shut up. And then I say, "Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'll do what you say." Yeah, is Fabio an inside agent for Fast Track Trading? It's like, guys, I swear I'm getting a 60K payout. I swear, go use it. Just kidding, Fabio. We know you're not a double agent. Am I waiting on GTA 6? I think the whole world's been waiting on GTA 6 for like the past 10 years. I'm going to be excited when it comes out, that's for sure. I'll definitely have to play. Guys, you know what I played this weekend? I haven't played video games since I don't even remember when. Like this past weekend, I played. Oh, come on, John. Yes, I played Modern Warfare, the one that came out in 2019. That was fun. I haven't played it in forever. Onko, do you trade with Apex or FFN? Both, both. So I have some PA accounts on Apex, and then I have some eval accounts with FFN right now that I just started up like a week or two ago. I haven't really traded those too much yet because both of the streams I have done on FFN, I have not taken a trade because price action has sucked so much. So, dude, that's such a good picture. John, do you have that framed in your room or what? Seems like you really like that picture. Okay, guys, let's see if we're going to inverse this 5-minute Sibby here. If we inverse this 5-minute Sibby, we might be able to take a nice long again. I keep saying again, even though we haven't taken a long. But we might see the long step in again, I should say. So we have about a minute and 40 seconds until this 5-minute closes. Looks like we're going to get inversion. We inverse the 1 minute. But we need to create some 1-minute bullish fair value gaps as well. Yeah, I've heard a bunch of stuff about Apex getting denied payouts and all that. We'll see. I've got like a few funded accounts that I trade every once in a while, and we'll see. I'll let you guys know if they end up paying me out or not. I actually have one request in the system right now, so we'll see. We'll actually see if they do pay me out or not. I'll keep you guys updated. Like Apex is just one of those firms you have to, I mean, all of the firms you really have to stick to the rules. You have to make sure you read all of their rules like in detail, like in full detail, so that you know if you're gonna if you messed up a rule or not. Like I think with I might have made too much on one of the days on my Apex on that funded account, so they might just tell me to make a little bit more. Oh yeah, I already have an FFF account. I already got one. I've only taken 2 trades on it, I think though. Guys, there's just like too many different accounts, and I just like to focus on my main my main live account. So it's just like with those funded or prop firm accounts, since I have so many different ones on different prop firms, it's just kind of like every once in a while I'll be like, oh, you know what? Maybe I'll trade this one while I'm doing my live trading today with, maybe I'll take a trade on both my live account and on one of these prop firm accounts. So that's just kind of how I do it. Okay, 5-minute closed. Look at that, strong displacement. Now we want to see a long opportunity here. We still haven't created any 1-minute bullish fair value gaps or tapped back in even into the 1-minute inverse. So let's see if we're going to come back at all. But these longs are starting to look good again here. Good bounce. We're just not really creating any structure here in terms of fair value gaps or anything or order blocks that we can take a trade off of. That's the one thing that kind of keeps me on the sideline. Uncle, you got to pay out very fast from Apex. That's good. Yeah, like I said, if you stick to the rules, they'll give you your payout. They're not going to just hold it on purpose, but they are very strict if you break any of their rules for sure. Like I don't like copy trade accounts across platforms, but I'll copy trade accounts like on the same platform. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. Just one, Ryan, just one. I think what we should do though, starting in like January maybe at the start of the year, is I think we should do like a small account challenge, and I'll just open up a smaller live account, and then we'll try to grow a small live account together. I think that'd be kind of cool. I think we should definitely try and do that starting the new year. I think would be a good time to start that challenge. 25K. I would say a smaller account than that. I was thinking more like 5,000. I was thinking more like 5. Like I want it to be something that is more relatable for most people. If 5,000 is relatable, if that's something you can do, or even if you can put in 1,000 or 2,000, right? Oh, I'm saying like your own fun, like your own live account, Sea Breezy. But like again, if you wanna, it's up to you. If you don't have the funds to do that, that's fine. If you want to just follow along on a funded account or something as well, you could do that too. But I think it'd be cool to try to grow a small account and, go like, yeah, exactly, like a 10 times challenge. That would be super cool. That'd be sick. I think that'd be a good idea. 5K to 10K, 500 to 1,000. I like that idea a lot. I think that'd be a really cool thing to do. So let's yeah, I'll plan on doing that in like probably at the start of the new year in January. Something like that. I'll keep you guys updated. Okay, so did we just tap into we just tapped into the inverse here? We did just tap into a 2 minute. Let's see, are we gonna be given a good long opportunity here or no? Our first high there, second high there. So we just tapped into that 2 minute busy. We're bouncing off VWAP a little bit. Again, I just still need to see some 1 minute fair value gaps or something created here. Because every time we've done this, we have ended up just kind of ranging back down. So I still don't love taking an entry yet. Let's just kind of see what reaction we get here. Yeah, right? Psych. Every time we think it's going to keep going, it just ends up dropping again. No, Crixus, I'm still trading on the Alienware on the laptop here. Computer, I called them 2 days ago, I think on Sunday or on Monday, and asked them. They're like, "Oh no, we're still." I didn't even get in contact with someone in the store, so I might have to drive over there. I got in contact with some customer service rep who was like, "They are still working on it." I'm like, "Yes, I assume so. Could you give me a timeline, maybe?" And they didn't give me a timeline, so I'm still waiting on that. Geek Squad. But honestly, this laptop is great, and it's been it's working perfect. So I'm still able to stream on multiple monitors and everything. Hit up Braden if you have questions. I was talking about this earlier. I don't know tech whatsoever. Braden knows his tech super good. He's the one that recommends like, oh, if you're gonna get a laptop, you should probably look at these laptops, you know. So I would definitely talk to him. Don't talk to me. But this Alienware, I forget what model it is. He said it earlier. It's really good. It's really good. This is the main laptop that that I'll use or Braden will use, and I also have a MacBook as well, but that's more just kind of for personal or like other business stuff. Not really. I don't really love live trading on a MacBook or just trading on a MacBook in general. It's not really the best for that. I like Macs just for like the simplicity and easy to use stuff, but I don't know. I don't love them too much. I don't love them. All right, so again, guys, we're just not making any real moves here. No real moves. Today's been pretty boring. Pretty boring day. No trading. Sometimes that's just the way it goes. I might have to go hit the skate park so I have some excitement in my life today. Get the adrenaline flowing through my blood. Skating's a lot scarier now than it was before. When I was younger, I wasn't scared to do anything on a skateboard. Now that I'm older, I'm a little bit more scared to do some tricks that I used to attempt. Yeah. I'm telling you, Fabio, that's me, man. I don't know how to do anything tech. Like I'm better than I used to be. A lot better. I told you, I know what I'm good at. I'm good at trading. Dude, I didn't grow up. My parents were very like anti-phone and all that stuff, so I didn't really grow up around a ton of technology. I did have a computer growing up, but I spent most of my time outside. Like growing up, most of my time was spent outside. I was either playing sports or just effing off outside, just doing my thing. To where I didn't really learn too much about technology except for like phones, obviously. But I've gotten better. I'm getting better, that's for sure. Um, you should do Iron Man today after the session. And Iron Man, I don't know about that. I don't know about that today. I do snowboard. I love to snowboard, but I also have a pretty bad back, so I can't take it too aggressively. But I do like to snowboard. I'll probably start skiing, I think, more this winter time. I think I'll probably ski more than I snowboard. I've never skied before, so I think it's gonna be better on my broken back. So we are getting that pump off that 2 minute. The longs do look like they're trying to step in here. But just thinking about the way prices move today, I would not trust any long position right now, personally. Even if these longs do end up stepping in, I still don't trust it. I'm just reading through some of your guys' messages here. Your first phone was in your 20s. Yeah, dude, I didn't have an iPhone. You guys are gonna make fun of me for this. I didn't have an iPhone until I was 17 because my parents told me you can't have an iPhone until you can buy one yourself. I was like, okay. And the first thing, I bought a car before I bought an iPhone. I bought a car before I had an iPhone, so I had to save up a little bit more to buy myself an iPhone. My parents are like, well, first of all, we can't really afford that. Second of all, if you're gonna have it, you're gonna work for it. Which I respect that. Looking back, I hated it when I was younger, but now I really respect that decision. Really respect that decision. And I think it's definitely benefited me. Why you seem normal? I seem normal. Gotta check out Stevens Pass in Washington. I haven't heard of that before. I'm assuming it's some pretty good boarding and skiing. It's pretty cool that I live so close to Park City, like one of the destinations for snowboarding and skiing across the world. So I'm excited about that. This was your first cell phone. Look at that. Look at that. That's actually crazy. It's insane how much technology improved over the course of 20 years. Like I don't know if that's probably never happened in civilization and before, like that rapid of an improvement in technology. Dude, Crixus, that's amazing, man. Congratulations. You were able to buy your first house. That is so amazing, man. Very happy for you. Yeah, man. I kind of wish that like cell phones weren't even a thing. I wish that they weren't even a thing. Everybody's addicted, even myself. I wish I wasn't, but I do really think that pretty much everybody is. Yeah, I mean there is so many great things that come from technology and from having a phone for sure. But at the same time, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't love it. Right, same here. I would throw my phone too into the ocean if I could, but we have to have phones. It's like impossible not to. Yeah, what I have to do now that I have a lot more phone calls coming my way, is during during work hours throughout the day, which is almost the entire day. I keep my phone on silent. I keep my phone on silent for most of the day, and I keep looking at it just in case I have any important calls or like business calls or anything like that. But for the most part, man, I it's so distracting that I have to put it on silent and I have to put it like to the side and focus on my work because it will easily distract me. Like, and before you know it, you've been looking at your phone for an hour. It felt like it was 10 minutes and you just missed out an hour of your day. I absolutely hate when I do that. I hate it. And I know everybody does it. I do it. It's the worst. Yeah, no, I agree. Like taking out social media, that might be one of the main issues, but that's where I like to post on social media to spread the word, spread the trading. Doom scrolling. Doom scrolling is the worst. Hello, Evelyn. Welcome, welcome. What is the best position size you recommend for a 150K account? That is a fantastic question. What I always recommend for a 150K and for any account is to do the math on what is your drawdown. Is it realized drawdown or unrealized drawdown? And I would say, okay, if your 150K account has a $5,000 drawdown or a $4,000 drawdown, okay, it's 4,500 realized. Cool. So what I like to do is then break it down into, well, maybe I'll risk 10 trades on this eval account. If I lose 10 trades in a row, the account will be gone. So that breaks it down into $450 a day, right? Or 10 days of losing when you would blow the account. Which it's probably pretty rare, even if you are somewhat new to trading, to lose 10 days straight, and it might happen, right? But it's still pretty rare. But if you are going to look to, only lose 450 a day, that means you have to be targeting to make, somewhere around the line of 900 a day, right? Because you want to keep that risk at least 1 to 2. So if you break that down even further, well, if you are trading, if you're risking $450 a day, let's say you wanted to trade 10 micros, that's going to be $5 a tick. So 450 divided by 5 is 90 ticks, right? So are you comfortable with risking 90 ticks a day as your risk and trying to make 180 ticks a day? That's the way I like to break it down. And if that's the case, then I would stick with maybe 10 micros. Now, if you're someone that might be able to risk 45 ticks a day and you only take 1 trade a day, then maybe you could scale up to 20 micros or 2 minis. But what I always recommend is keeping it small until you are completely comfortable with your trading. Trading micros until you are comfortable to scale up or until you build a big enough drawdown to be able to scale up and you have some more leverage. So I recommend maybe starting out with about 10 micros. That's what I would say. And if you are someone that is more comfortable with their trading, maybe you can scale up to 2 minis or 20 micros. And as you start to build that drawdown, that's when you can maybe size up a little bit, leverage a little bit more. That's the way I see it with every single type of account. You got to break it down like exactly how I just broke it down. Doing that math of how many ticks you want to risk, how many days you want to have the account for. If you were to lose this many days in a row, when is that when you would blow your account? Is it 10 days? Is it 5? Is it 15? Do I want to risk 5% of my account? 1%, 3%? These are the things you got to start breaking down for yourself, and that's kind of when you start realizing what your trading style is and if you are more risk averse or not. How many micros for a 50K? What I recommend for a 50K is no more than 6 micros, and sometimes even no more than 4 micros. That also depends on your strategy and the way you trade. But I recommend maybe even 4 micros, maybe 5, 6 if you are more comfortable with your trading, if you're more comfortable with your risk plan. That's my recommendation. $100%, Evelyn. Yeah, definitely. Executing A+ setups is the key to it's really the key. It's the key because if you take 10 trades in a row that are all A+ setups, I don't think it's very likely that you're going to lose 10 trades in a row. If you take 10 trades in a row and 5 of them are bad setups and 5 are A+ setups, you might still lose 7 of those trades because even sometimes when it is an A+ setup, you still can lose that trade sometimes. How many cons for E-mini 50K account? Again, if you wanted to trade minis on a 50K, I don't recommend it personally. The thing about that is if you're trading minis and you trade 1 mini, you can't scale in and out of your trade. But if you scale on 2 minis, man, you're over leveraging a 50K account for sure. So that's why I always recommend either like 10 micros instead. If you are looking to trade a little bit heavier, maybe 10 micros. Yeah, exactly. If you want to risk a little bit more. Right, but I always talk about this is staying the same, even if it was a live account, a funded account. And even with an eval account, you might want to be a little more risky with an eval account. I know some people might want to do that just to pass it. But if you can trade the same across every single account, let's say you trade really disciplined on an eval, and then you trade really disciplined on a funded, and then you get enough money to fund a live account, you're going to still trade disciplined on that live account. But if you traded undisciplined on the eval, and then that might carry over to trade undisciplined on the live or on the funded, and then what's going to happen once you have a live account, you're not going to trade very disciplined. That's why I think it's important to stay disciplined throughout, no matter what account it is. No, I agree. Commissions for micros are definitely annoying. But at the end of the day, if you're making money, commissions should not matter too much to you. I wouldn't be focusing on the commissions. I do think people focus too much on the commissions. At the end of the day, guys, it's not that big of a deal to me at all. I don't really care about commissions whatsoever. I really don't care about commissions because if I'm making money, I'm making money. It's the same thing as taxes. It's like, yeah, if I make more money, I'm going to have to pay more taxes, but at the same time, I'm making more money than I made before. So I'm okay with paying those taxes, you know. It's like you shouldn't be too worried about those commissions. That's the way I see it, at least. But if you are worried about it and you know that's something that's important for you, maybe you trade the minis as long as you can really control your risk. Yeah, 100% Frankie. Managing a mini on a funded account, just any account on a 50K, it's not easy to do to trade that heavy on a 50K. It's not easy. You pretty much have to have a almost an 80% win rate, I would say, if you're going to trade a mini on a 50K. Either you're going to have to catch this huge trade and pass it in 1 or 2 trades, or you have to have an extremely high win rate to actually pass that account. Because if you continue to take losses with a mini, you're going to take some big losses. You're going to take some big losses. A lot, Fabio. Very, very, a lot. A lot. A lot. Not a good number. Not a good number. Let me tell you that. It took me a long time. It took me a long time. Trust me. I had terrible, terrible habits. Terrible habits. Just awful. And I just wasted money, wasted money, wasted money, wasted money. Yeah, man, it happens. It happens, guys. It happens. So, again, guys, this price action sucks here. So I think I'm probably just gonna end the session right now. We never really saw any follow through on any of our trades here, or any of our setups that we were looking at. No follow through here. So I think I'm going to end the day here without taking any trades. I would much rather do that than force some dumb trades. I know some of you guys might have hopped on here expecting to take some trades today, and I apologize to you, but at the same time, I don't apologize because I'm not here to teach you bad habits. I'm here to teach you good habits, not how to just take trades when you shouldn't be taking trades. So that's how I'm going to end the session here. I really do appreciate you guys. Thanks to all of our free members here joining up today. We got a lot of you here, so that's pretty awesome. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Remember, just a warning for tomorrow, it's going to be so volatile. I'm sure JB will be keeping you guys updated tonight, just letting you guys know about all the stuff that's coming out, and he'll probably advise for you to stay away from the market as well. But I would say tomorrow come in more conservative than you have been in a while. I would say that. Stay so conservative. It's going to be a very, very volatile day. So we'll still be on looking for some trades, looking for some setups, tape reading, seeing what's going on for our live sessions. But I would just recommend being very smart. So God bless all of you. Thanks for joining up. Stay safe today. I really hope you enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. All right, we'll be back tomorrow. Maybe I might even call out a trade tonight if there's a good setup. I might even look to call it a trade during Asia session. I'll keep you guys updated if I see something. So I'll let you guys know. Yeah, Greg. Look at that. I love it. I love it. All right, guys. I'll talk to you all very soon. Peace out, friends.